Okay, I'm back for another chat. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is J.Warner. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Oriental medicine, and I have a background in Western pre-med, health science, anatomy, physiology, those types of things, more sciencey stuff. And I also work with the universal healing energy of Reiki. I work with sound in sound healing and in rebalancing the body's energy and the physical body, emotional body. I do a lot of things with adjusting and recalibrating of the mind body soul connection. With that being said, there are a lot of topics that we can branch off to, but what I wanted to come on today specifically to talk about in this video is the human, right? We have the human in physical form, and the human in physical form is something tangible, and it's something that we believe in because we can touch it and it seems real. And then we also have the energetic body or the energetic systems of the body. And there are many of them. Acupuncture and Oriental medicine works specifically with the body's network of qi. Qi is flowing through all of these pathways in our body that are mapped out with great accuracy. And the flow of qi keeps us alive. It keeps us moving. It keeps us active. Qi is always moving. The moment of conception, when an egg is fertilized by a sperm, there is video documentation that there occurs a spark of light. At the very moment of conception, there's a spark of light. How profound is that? What that tells us is that fundamentally, at the moment of our Big Bang, we are light. That explosion of light sends particles of energy flying around, and perhaps it would seem that it's chaotic, but it is most likely very much moving in sacred geometric patterns that lead to the initial divisions of the cell and subsequent cells. All of that cellular division is intertwined with the movement of the qi that is now circulating because of that explosion of light. The qi begins to move in more directions. It gets more complex, it gets bigger, and eventually, when the human form starts to take shape around the qi, the nervous system, the bones, the muscles, they're all fueled by qi. The organs, all fueled by qi. Because qi is moving and it's keeping things active. Qi never stops. Qi never wants to stop. What's one of the number one causes of pain is the qi in your body is stuck. Number one, stagnation of your qi. Because qi wants to be moving and it's fiery and it's hot and it's electrified and it's flowing through all these pathways in our body. And when it gets stuck somewhere, it starts to generate pressure, heat, friction. And until it's cleared within that channel and that pathway, it's just going to compound and get more and more pronounced. This is qi. The qi flows into our organs, deep into our organs, and it influences the way that our organs function. And then our organs also influence the way that the qi flows. So if an organ is functioning at a subpar level, the qi is going to be like slowed down in that area, let's say. or maybe it's getting more stuck in that area. The chi comes closer to the surface, and that's where we have acupuncture points. And that's what an acupuncturist is working with, is the chi. We take a metal needle, very thin, and we insert it into these points where we know the chi has special properties and functions when we tap into it. Acupuncture points have a variety of different functions associated with them. And many acupuncture points can have multiple functions that are not related to one another. The deciding factor is what combination of other acupuncture points and functions are used, what order are those acupuncture needles put in, and what is the guiding intention from the practitioner when he or she puts those needles in. Those are the things that are influencing the outcome of an acupuncture session in which your chi is being either unstuck, rebalanced, nourished, sedated, pushed, pulled, whatever, however you want to think of it. When there are imbalances in the flow of the chi, then that's when problems start. And sometimes the imbalances in our chi, they're happening when we're still in utero, which means we end up being born into this world with certain predispositions or birth defects or sets of imbalances in our chi. Most people in the United States live a big chunk of their life not even aware of the imbalances in their chi and how they are directly influencing their signs and symptoms, their dis-eases. It's something that if we were to integrate this lens and this focus on healthcare and treating the human body, it would greatly amplify the health of all of the beings who receive it. It already does. So acupuncture, working on the body's chi, one set of energy in our energetic body. The next I'll move to is the prana. Prana is what's fueling, so to speak, the chakras. Prana is to me the force that is holding everything together in human form. The chi is out there moving around and it's keeping us alive and active and growing and moving and all of that. The chakras are like, oh, but you're also right here in this solid human form. The chakras are spinning vortices, and they also then regulate certain parts of our body due to their location. And they have an influencing factor on the way that we feel, just like the chi does. It has an influencing effect on how our organs function and how our physical body functions, as does the chi. These are just two different systems. When we work with Reiki or universal healing energy, we are very often primarily working with the chakra system in the body. Though healing from Reiki can move through all of the tissues and work and can be received all the way down at the DNA, at the level of the DNA, a lot of initial Reiki training is working with the chakra system. Imbalances in the chakra system lead to signs and symptoms, just like imbalances in the system of the chi leads to signs and symptoms showing up. There's also then this idea of the etheric body. The etheric body is the energy, the layers of energy that are beyond our physical. The etheric body has many layers to it. Some people will call that your aura. Some people can see auras. The aura is multifaceted and has an influence on how we receive information and how we put information out there, energetically speaking. Imbalances in our etheric body are just like everything else. They can cause other signs and symptoms. My interpretation of it, my view on it, is that imbalances in the etheric body tend to enter more into the mind and affect the way that the connection between the subconscious, the conscious, the ego, and can lead to perhaps feelings of stress or anxiety or sadness or things along those lines. These are the primary energetic components of who we are here in this reality, in this dimension, and this existence showing up in these human forms. In addition to all of that, and I think I covered this in one of the other videos, and I'm going to tie it in here as well, is this idea that in the same locations as all the primary chakras, there is a beam of a tube of light. So up in the crown, it's a tube of light that's flowing horizontally through my crown chakra, like this. And then through my third eye, there is a tube of light that is beaming forward and through my head and out the back. And then the same thing is happening at my throat. It goes down in order. Let's just put it that way. There are 9 primary filaments of light that flow through different chakras in our system. They all go in different directions. They crisscross, and they connect us to what I understand as being the universal grid of light that connects everything in existence. That one is still in development for me because it's a newer practice. It's something that is rooted in very esoteric Buddhist teachings, but it's something that's becoming clearer and clearer to me, is influencing the way that our energetic systems operate. And the connection to those filaments of light or those tubes of light is a connection to the universal currents themselves. And when we tap into the universal currents themselves, that matrix is what's illuminating the reality that shows up for us. And as such, when we can tap into it, then we can start to alter it, which means we can start to get our reality to show up in different ways very quickly, very easily. It's a very important part of our body's energetic system, and it connects us to something that is both physical and very far out into the quantum field, into the dimensions of time and space. Without these energy systems, none of this would be real. None of this would happen. We wouldn't have physical bodies. We wouldn't be held together. So when there's no chi, when the chi stops moving, we're dead. Because our heart stops beating and we stop breathing. When the chi and the prana stops and is gone, then there's nothing holding us together. Everything falls apart. When we're disconnected from the universal matrix grid, then we are disconnected from our reality and being in control of our reality. When our etheric body is out of whack, then we're not shielded from all of these dynamic energies, and so we get jumbled up, we get scattered, we get confused very easily and such. There's great importance to recognizing the energetic systems of the body, because we're not just physical. And the physical is always going to have a root in the energetic level. When a sign or a symptom shows up in the physical body, it's telling us something is also happening within the energetic. A practitioner who's tuned in and knows how to read both the physical and the energetic bodies, how to sense things, how to diagnose things. Those types of practitioners are the ones that are doing what I believe to be the most potent work out there. That is what I'm dedicated to. It's doing this potent work of treating all aspects of the body. Now, we have mind, body, soul, and the mind is also a really important part, but I'm going to save that for a different episode, I think. Today was more just, let's talk about energy. And I hope that this helped with any new ideas, feeling like you got some new information or put some new pieces together. That's what I'm here for. So don't forget to like the page, subscribe. So more of this is coming.